Hi everyone, my name is Goran, I'm CEO of Elevate Global, and I'm here to present ASAP, an autonomous prescriptive modeling solution for faster and improved decision making. So let's start. What is ASAP? We are living in a world where everyone speaks about Industry 4.0. They say that the industry is fueled by data. But can we really fuel the industry? Do people really use the data to improve day-to-day operations in different industries? This is the problem that we are trying to tackle. We are considering 3 different industries, and we are considering specific problems in these industries. For example, in energy and utilities, renewables are disrupting the market. What was predictable market of energy generated by power plants, thermal, nuclear power plants, now is solar and wind power generation, which is dependent on the centricity of local weather and not predictable. So we need new ways to predict this. Manufacturers are struggling to accommodate their businesses to the fast-changing dynamics of the market. And in the same time, telecoms and utility providers, telecoms have become a typical utility provider for services that operate on top of them. So they need to somehow balance the different services and applications that are traveling across their data network. So in general, the problems are quite similar in all these industries. But what's also similar in all of these industries is that due to regulations, they already collect and store the data on their facilities. And this makes the problem lots easier. So we have industries that have serious problem and they have lots of data. Can we use this data to build models that will forecast what's going to happen in the future? Now just imagine the economic value of knowing what's going to happen in the future. Then you can mitigate the risk, then you can improve your planning. And this is the problem that we are trying to solve. In general, the problem is separated into 2 different categories. The first one is demand-supply problems, which exist generally in the energy and utilities industries. Whenever you have a shared resource that needs to be balanced, you have to plan accurately before time. And the other type of problems that we're trying to solve is predictive maintenance, which means if I have a model that describes some entity, some equipment, I can use this model to forecast and to estimate whether this piece of equipment behaves as it should or not. So this is the telecom industry and the manufacturing industries. Therefore, we have developed ASAP. And ASAP is a proprietary software which is completely adaptable to several industries based on our domain knowledge. It offers easy dashboard. It operates in real time, processing every bit of data as it comes, but reacting only when needed. So it reduces the noise of information that is usually dealt by the operators in these industries, and it's completely autonomous. So it can operate even without knowing of the operator and just provide the results at a certain period of time or when they are just simply calculated. How it's done in the background? Well, we have state-of-the-art proprietary software which serves a lot of builds a lot of predictive models based on artificial intelligence and machine learning and serves the best in real time to the pipeline. The operator is not aware of this. This is part of the technology stack that we use in the background, but we are not here now to speak in details about the technologies. I will be happy to answer questions if there are some after this presentation. What is important to our end users is that ASAP operates as a plugin to their data infrastructure. So basically, there is no need to change anything in their current data infrastructure. They or us can just build a connector point where we will receive the data, process the data, and return the output in one of 2 possibilities. Either through their data channels and they can present it using their tools that they already have, or we can build a custom dashboard for them. So this is the preference of our customers. And ASAP is already installed and we have measurable outcomes. In EVN Macedonia, in Iskra, Slovenia, we managed to forecast the wind generation farms with less than 6% error. In EVN Macedonia, we managed to reduce their balancing error by 30%. And in T-Systems Germany, we are able to provide them with autonomous prescriptive infrastructure management, so management of their telecom infrastructure, by processing 150 to 250,000 messages per second. We do have competition, and they are great companies both in Europe and in the States, but generally they operate as a consultancy services, and we are the only one which is strongly focused on building autonomous prescriptive modeling tools. Currently, we are operating on a freemium-based model, so we offer our product for very small price and charge for building new features and maintaining the product. But as soon as we launch the first version, we plan to switch to software as a service. We have started almost a year ago, exactly a year ago, and in the meantime, we managed to acquire 3 customers, currently closing a deal with the 4th one, won several international prizes, and currently negotiating with 2 more strategic partnerships. Our revenues are projected to go above 1 million in 3 years, and we base this on assumptions on the market, which says there are almost 50 billion IoT devices. There will be almost 50 billion IoT devices on the market within several years. The market that we are tackling is 30 billion for streaming analytics software, and we are planning to reach around 1.3 million of revenue in 2022, which is a very small fraction of this market cap. How we plan to access the market? Through strategic partnerships. We have already signed 2, one with EVN Macedonia, one with Iskratel Slovenia, and currently closing the negotiations with 2 more, one with NetCetera and one with Novaya Group. All of these are international companies. We are confident that we are going to manage this because we have a strong leaders teams. Besides myself, Georgi Majarov, professor at Finkian, leader in artificial intelligence, and Jarko Arsov, senior finance advisors with more than 20 years of experience in finance, in utilities and infrastructure. Also, we are not the smartest guys in our team. We have a very good advisory board. Odekao, ex-dean at TU Berlin, Petar Popovsky from Marburg University, Denmark, and Milo Orešković, CTO at Novaya Group. Well, that being said, I would like you for your attention, and I would like to call you to create our future together. Thank you. Kaži registracija, da? SK783 AP.
It's a Q&A session. The floor is open for you.
Then I'll take the floor. So what are your next steps? What do you need finance for? Team development?
Yeah.
Developing
so we are in the final stage of developing a complete MVP on the whole solution. It's kind of complicated because it consists of several parts. So one is almost finished, and we are finishing the second one. So we need funding to provide an MVP that should be done by the end of the summer. We expect that release in September, and after that we are going to tackle the European market, and in the autumn the United States. And this is all planned. So generally we need financing to finish the development and start selling and marketing.
Customer acquisition. So now you have slightly more experience. What is the average time, let's say, per particular sector energy?
The average time would be 6 to 12 months. Let's go with a high variance. 6 to 9, it's in good cases, but 6 to 12 months, so almost a year to acquire a customer.
In a further stage, so after you have developed the MVP and you mentioned software as a service, installing the software as a service on any client, would that require a specialized partner, or would it be ready out of the box? How much specialization would you need for an IT person to install it at a client in the United States, for example?
Okay, the good thing about this is that we can do everything remotely, and we are already doing everything remotely even here. So this is the good thing, and the procedure for installation is very simple. Everything is Dockerized based on microservices. We don't depend on any OS, on any cloud solution, so we are completely integratable with everything. The only issue is to connect with the data pipeline that the facility has, the client has. And this is something that should not take more than several days, which, speaking of processes and systems like this, it's almost nothing.
So you would do it basically
Yes,
for
we will
new
do it,
clients.
yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Uh-huh.